Bend the knee.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Don Willie. And this is just going to be a quick video inspired by my boy LT Giles. You can find the link to his video in the cards. And this is my A Song of Ice and Fire Game of Thrones story. Just how I got into it, or whatever, and kind of what inspired me to start doing these videos. So, back when Game of Thrones, the TV show, was going to start, I remember seeing people post up on Facebook, Game of Thrones, can't believe this is happening and whatever. And, I didn't know anything about it. I was just like, oh, well, so HBO is doing their own version of Lord of the Rings or something. Like, I've already seen Lord of the Rings, I'm good. And at that time, I was all about Breaking Bad and The Walking Dead. Like, those were my two shows. You couldn't move me from those at all. So, yeah, man, like when Game of Thrones first started, if I'm not mistaken, uh, The Walking Dead, I believe, either The Walking Dead or Breaking Bad was like on at the same time. So I was like, well, I'm not gonna stop watching what I'm watching to watch this show or whatever. I'll get to it eventually. And I think right before season three, I just kind of decided, you know what? Let me see what this is about. And I remember they were having a marathon, I believe. Either they were having a marathon or pulled it up on demand or something. But I remember watching the very first episode, and you know, um, I didn't follow it 100%. Like, I got some of the gist of who a few of the characters were and their relationships to each other, but as far as what it was all about, I didn't quite understand that fully. But the thing that got me hooked, and this might seem like it's a little weird, but the thing that got me actually hooked was the end of episode one, where Jamie pushes Bran out the window. Now, the reason why I say that that's the thing that got me hooked is because I was like, if this is where they're starting, if they're willing to go there with this, then I have to see where this is going to end, because I had never really seen, a TV show where they were actually willing to say, you know what, we're going to hurt a kid. And because that's usually something that doesn't happen in American television, especially. It's like, now, hurting kids is off limits, because that's just kind of taking it too far. And it's not that I want to see any kids hurt. It was just, like, I've never seen that before, so it was different. So as far as the books are concerned, I think I started getting into the books right after season three, or like going close to season four. I started getting into the books like right before season four started, um, because because I would watch a lot of videos, and I would always hear people say, "Oh, if you don't want to be spoiled, then turn off the video." And I just got tired of turning off the damn videos because I didn't want spoilers. The first few people that I remember watching were Tony Teflon, James Johnson, Ilio and Linda, and probably Don the Kraken Wit and Maester Payne. Those were probably like the first, group of people that I actually started watching their videos, that were putting out videos consistently, or like just kind of, they had an in-depth analysis as far as, Game of Thrones and the Song of Ice and Fire. So, the thing that got me to start making videos actually was, after I started getting into books and kind of breaking things down for myself, uh, I would leave comments on people's videos, and I'm noticing like I'm leaving paragraphs. I'm like, all right, this is kind of getting ridiculous. And I mean, I had made videos like years ago when I had took them down because they were some music and like movie reviews and stuff like that. And listen, I'm not the most tech savvy guy. Like you guys see me do the green screen stuff, but that's me basically still in the process of learning how to do that stuff properly. I'd like to get into doing like independent sci-fi films at some point, and I'm just one of those guys that when it comes to things that I actually like doing, I just have to learn about it in some capacity. So that's how you get all the green screen, me traveling the lands of Westeros and Essos. Yeah, so I mean that's pretty much my story so far. Um, listen, thank all you guys who've been watching um, stuff, and again, listen, I'd like to see some of my other fellow YouTubers do this as well. Thank you to LT Giles for this, um, for I guess this idea. Um, And yeah, so I'm gonna be doing a couple more accent videos. I think I got four more. Make it seven for the Seven Kingdoms. I'm also going to be doing some more subscriber requests. I've been doing research because you know you get characters. Some of them are a lot easier to remember than others, and some of their exploits and deeds. So I've been going back and just combing through material, trying to find out more stuff about the characters that I'm going to be doing. Because I don't want to do any half-ass jobs or anything. Because listen, I've learned if you get something wrong, you will get called out on it, and I thank you guys for keeping me on point with that. Because I try to make these as concise and as consistent in quality as much as possible. So if it's been a while since I put out a video, I'm not just sitting around twiddling my thumbs. I'm actually uh, researching and trying to make sure um, that I have my facts accurate, and that I'm not just talking bullshit. Because I don't really work off of notes or anything. I'm normally trying to memorize this stuff and then just kind of go off the head and give my opinions on it. So yeah, listen, you guys already know the deal. Rate, comment, subscribe, share, tell your friends, come back for more. And to my fellow YouTubers, again, I would ask, what is your Song of Ice and Fire Game of Thrones story? Anyway, that's been my time. Don Willie, I'm out.